Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Sunday live session. Today is the 4th of July, 2021. And this is the usual, a normal, a half an hour, 1 hour session, the Sunday live, where you can ask your question about immigration to the UK, study in the UK, civil engineering, how to settle in the UK. So anything relating to UK, I can try my best to answer your queries on this session. You can call me on the WhatsApp number, which I'm about to share in the link in the chat. So you can call me on that number. Uh, Also, you can share your question and that sort of in the chat as well. 47236700. So I added my number there, and uh, I will wait for your question there. You can call me. Your question will get priority if you call me. But otherwise, I mean, if you're shy, you don't want to talk to me, you don't like me, so you can share your question there. But before I get on with the question answers, just want to share the disclaimer. Personally, I'm a civil engineer, so I'm no immigration lawyer. I'm no I don't want to give you sort of the details which are relevant, specific about your case. So whatever I'm going to be sharing is based on my personal knowledge and experience. In other circumstances, if you need specific details or about your case, make sure you get in touch with the professional. So that was the disclaimer. And today's topic, obviously, as per the customs, I'm going to share some information about the graduate route visa, which has started actually a few days ago. From the 1st of July 2021, the graduate route scheme has started. So the applications are open for anyone. They have completed their degree, they can send their application now, and it's open online. So I'm going to talk about the graduate sort of in generic term. Obviously, if you got specific question about the graduate route scheme as well, I can share those information. Obviously, whatever I'm going to sharing would be based on the gov.uk website, which which I generally share with you guys as well. Whatever information you need about the immigration, about the student visas, make sure you treat the gov.uk website as your Bible. Actually, all the information should be there. Right. So that was the okay. The first caller here. So let's see who's on the call. Good afternoon. You are live with JK. Can I take your name and your question, please? Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam, brother. How are you?
Yeah, sir. I'm doing well. Good, fine.
Can I take your best name, please?
Yeah, sir. My name is Sheikh Muhammad Fahad.
Sheikh Muhammad Fahad. How are you, Mr. Fahad?
Yeah, sir. I'm doing well. Yeah, sir. How about you, sir? How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing really well, and it's a pleasure actually talking to you guys. Actually, especially the Sunday afternoon. So it's my pleasure, to have a catch up with you guys. So how can I help you, brother?
Sir, thank you for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, actually, I'm a civil engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working from last 3+ years in India in multi-structural projects.
Mm-hmm.
I have applied for many universities for masters in construction project management.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking to get on with this September intake 2021. Will you please suggest me? I have 4 questions.
Mm-hmm.
First question is, will civil engineer coming there with Indian standards and knowledge can I get job in UK? And the second question is, I have seen, I'm a great fan of yours. I have seen most of the videos of yours. You have explained number of times that UK education is like, if you study in any other university or any other, it doesn't matter. Skills matters here.
Yep.
After thinking that, I have applied to some low-cost universities.
Right.
That was my second question. Third question was, how to get a civil engineering job in the following these conditions. Fourth question is, what will be the right time to get a job?
A right time. Any time is a right time,
Yes.
brother. Right. I will. I will answer all these questions. Stay online. Yeah. Thank you very much for your call, brother.
Yeah, sir. So good of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fahad. You were the first caller. So let's crack on, yeah, straight away. So with Indian sort of, yeah, experience with Indian standards, would you be able to utilize those, or would you be able to use that experience here in the UK? Brother, in terms of, yeah, obviously you have, if you have the skills there, I mean, like in terms of if you're doing design engineering role, like, I mean, structure analysis sort of role, you already got that competency. So it doesn't matter whether you are in India or you are in the UK, at least you have those knowledge in your head. The only is going to, the procedure is going to be slightly different, which I'm sure you can adjust yourself to. That is the case with the standards as well. I do say, I mean, like Euro course, which we generally use here in the UK for design purpose, I found it quite different than, obviously, in the past we used to use the British standards. That is slightly different, yeah, the Euro course. So I would encourage you, definitely, you need to get your hands, I mean, whoever is watching here, I always encourage the Euro codes. I mean, if you are shifting towards the design sort of, yeah, side, like structure engineering design sort of roles, make sure you start looking for those Euro codes, yeah, the basic knowledge of Euro codes from the very onset. But if you know the basics, it doesn't matter whether you are in India or in the UK. I'm sure within a few months or so, you would understand the procedures here in the UK, and you can utilize those experience here as well. So it doesn't matter, as long you have the competency, as long you have the skills, you can always utilize. Doesn't matter wherever in the world you are getting those experience. The second question was about the you are going for the low cost universities. So as always, I said this many times in my videos, it doesn't matter what university you want to go for, make sure you check the modules. If that is of your interest, go for that university. Myself personally, I went, actually I did my master's from Salford University, which wasn't the best actually in terms of the ranking, but the only reason I went there because of the modules. I checked the modules and that were good enough for myself, and that's why I chosen Salford University. So it doesn't matter if you can save some money on going for the low cost university, as long they are providing you course content, that is the best choice. The next question was about the civil engineering jobs after completion of studies. Brother, civil engineering, if you, obviously you already mentioned you're following my videos, I'm sure you are aware. I do talk about the jobs opportunities here in the UK. How to avail those opportunities? You need the skills actually to get and avail those opportunities. What you need is your specific competency, the skills actually. As long you fulfill those requirements, generally when the job is advertised here, you would have specific sort of bullet points. I mean, that's what the employer needs from yourself. As long you look at those requirements and you say, yeah, I have the skills, I have the competency there, you appear for the interview, and that's it. I mean, it's 100% based on your interview. There's no sort of political things, nothing as such. No references. I mean, as long you're competent about your skills and you can deliver that in your interview, that says you ticked off all the boxes and you get the job. Simple as that. In terms of opportunities, there's a huge demand. I keep saying that all the time. I mean, there's a huge demand for civil engineers. So I'm sure, yeah, you are in good hands, all the civil engineers out there. The next question is the number 4 was what is the right time to apply for the job? I do say it for the students actually. When you start your study actually here in the UK, make sure you start searching and get used to the system very early in your sort of, yeah, your transition here in the UK. Very early, by that I mean when you start basically settling in the first semester. By the second semester, you should be good enough to make your profile and start searching for the relevant jobs. And LinkedIn is really important. I do say that, mention that in my videos as well. LinkedIn is used as a sort of professional or recruiter sort of Facebook here in the UK. So you need to make sure you make contacts here through the LinkedIn, and you just you should follow the employer whenever they advertise the job. So obviously if you follow them, you will be notified as well. So very early you need to start that process, and that will give you the exposure, and before you complete your degree basically. So 6 months before your completion of degree, I should say, you should target that time frame there, before you need to just apply 6 months before. Even if I'm sure, yeah, you won't be eligible, but at least that will give you the experience, how to go, how to prepare for your interview, and how to expect, actually, if you get a chance to appear for the interviews as well. That will give you the exposure to the interviews here and how the process works. So I always say, when you start the second semester here, for your MSc, with your job finding, sort of, that is the best sort of, yeah, sort of time frame there. I hope I clarify your question, Mr. Fahad. But I would like you to press the like button if you are satisfied with all the answers there. And thank you very much for your call. So let's get on with the some questions there in the chat room as well. So the first question is, what's the current situation from in the UK, from Sayog? Brother, current situation is really good, I should say. I'm not sure if you're following the Euro 2020, 2021 here in the UK, like the Wembley. They have allowed like 60,000 spectators actually for the semi-final, and which England is going to play there as well. So you can imagine, basically, the government has relaxed all basically the restrictions there. And 19th of July is actually, that is the date where everything will go back to normal, so there will be no restriction at all. So that is the current situation in terms of the job. Obviously, all the business, when all the business is up and running, so you got the job opportunities there as well. So I can't see actually where we are in terms of the vaccination program. We are way ahead, actually. Personally, I had my first dose as well. So like, I mean, under 18, sort of 18, over 18 has already started the vaccination program for them as well. So literally, I should say, 3/4 of the population is already vaccinated. So for September session, it's really a good session, actually. You won't feel at all any symptoms of the COVID here in the UK, the least I should say, by September. So that will be a good choice. The next question is from Uma Kant. Kant. Sorry. I got a case letter from Cardiff, Metropolitan Wales, in MSc Project Management in Civil Engineering. So, brother, make sure you write the question all in one go, because I have to search now. So, what the question is? What is the scope in MSc Project Management route? Right. Okay. Brother, MSc Project Management, I would say that's part of civil engineering. So I always say, it's always good. It all depends how much skills you have. So that's what matters when it comes to finding the job. Jobs are certainly there. I keep repeat the same sentence here. I mean, jobs are there. It's just a matter of, yeah, grabbing that job, how to get that job basically. And all it needs is your skills, your competency. And for the graduate, I generally say your soft skills, your presentation, your communication, your team working, and the basic engineering knowledge. That's all you need actually to get a job. I hope that clarifies the question. And if it does, please do press the like button. It doesn't bite, actually. Just press the like button. All right. The next question is from Common Man. Hello, Jacob. Without university, which university is the best for becoming chartered quantity surveyor? Brother, to become a chartered quantity surveyor, you don't need a university. You need to have the course first. You need to have the degree first, the quantity surveying, and then with experience, that's how you become the chartered. So chartership, it depends on your experience. So the university doesn't give you basically chartership straight away. Obviously, you can choose those university. They are affiliated with the CIOB or whatever. Yeah, you are interested in. In terms of, yeah, which university is best for QS, personally, I absolutely got no idea that there's hundreds of universities. So absolutely, I got no idea, brother. And as I said, you need to look at the modules. I mean, whatever, yeah, the best modules that provide the university, you go for that. So it doesn't matter about the ranking or anything as such. If you can save some fee as well, so that's a good, as long they provide your course. The next question is from Patyal V. Daljit. Hi, brother. How are you? I'm very good. The University of Bolton credibility interview के schedule की wait कर रहा हूँ. Tips for interview. My course is BSc Honors Computing. Uh, Credibility interview, brother. This is a really simple sort of stage. Obviously, if you're going through the process yourself personally, you shouldn't face any problem at all. It's so easy because they're going to be asking about the process, what you have done, why you chosen this university, why you have chosen this course. Did you search for other sort of comparison? I mean, these are the sort of question, and I'm sure recently I did uploaded a video based specific to that credibility interview, what question to expect. So you can watch that video as well. But in terms of what to expect, there will be question about it will start with personal questions about yourself, your biodata. The second maybe about the university and your course, why you're chosen, why did you go for this university. So these will be the sort of question you should expect, and you should learn the answers before you go appear for that interview. So I would urge you to just find actually the video uploaded. I did share the sort of generic answers there, but obviously for your university, for the Bolton, you need to just compare a few more universities there. That was the reason why you chosen Bolton University. Similar would be the course for similar would be the question about your course as well. Why did you chosen this course? And you can say this is relevant to my previous course, or this is what my future aspirations are to go in this course. So these were the sort of question. The next stage will be about your financial. How would you support yourself for your fee and your maintenance? So this will be the next questions. So these are the three different stages: personal details, your course and your university comparisons, and why did you choose this, and then finances. I mean, where you're financing yourself, and maybe the last one, your aspiration after completion of study, what your aspirations are. Are you going to be looking for jobs here in the UK? You're going to go back? So these are the sort of questions, but make sure you well prepared, because I'm pretty certain, if not 100%, I'm 90% sure these are the questions you're going to be facing. So make sure you make your answers beforehand and appear, and good luck. I would say good luck for your interview, and let me know in the comment, I mean somewhere in my videos as well. I will remember your name there, Patyalvi Daljit. Okay, so the next question is from Mirza Ahad. Hello, sir. Hello, Mirza. uh, Brothers, you need to question all in one go, because I have to now scroll down. The so how are the COVID cases over there? Brother, I already touched upon the situation here in the UK. So although there was the Indian variant, I mean, with that one, the cases were increasing, but actually the death rates is still the same, so it's still quite low. So I won't be worried too much about the cases. I mean, the situation is really, really good. And actually, as said, by the 19th of July, uh, all the restriction is going to go, so we will be back to normal. So it's a good situation. If you are planning for September, that will be a best sort of choice. The next question is from oh Mr. Patyal V Daljit. Oh, you brother, you're questioning in too many sort of comments. I don't know where to start. Okay, so next question is Sheikh Elias. Hello, sir. I'm planning for construction project management. Okay, I think Sheikh Elias, we already spoken over the phone. So I already mentioned about the project management scope. So I'm sure you heard about that. Uh, okay, but thank you, brother. So I'll wait for the answers, Mr. Patyalvi. Daljit Sab. So I'll wait for the answers. Yeah, what you're gonna get. Yeah, I need a positive answers from your interview. The next question is from Sheikh Elias. Is this September? Is there a demand for construction project management? How they can enter in the construction side designation? Lastly, with the companies who would sponsor well about pay well. Oh, there's so many questions. Let's start with: is this September? Is there a demand for construction project management? Brother, I already told you, yeah, there is the demand. Next question: how they can enter in the construction side designation? Right. Okay. So obviously, if you're construction project management, you're studying, so your relevant jobs could be assistant project manager. You could be site engineer. You could be technical engineer. You could be project engineer. So these are all the different titles you can search when you start searching for the jobs, and they will be all relevant to yourself. But you need to ensure you need to check the description of the jobs as well. Make sure they ties in with your ability, your competency there before you applying. But these are the different sort of titles you can apply. Lastly, with the companies who would sponsor and will pay well as well. Okay, who would sponsor? Brother, the best way I would generally say that you can check the approved sponsors list. Actually, that is on the gov.uk website. That is the best choice. Obviously, if you already know, I mean, these are the companies you can target them, and there's a big list. Also, apart from those ones, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, the big companies. If you search for the like in Google, top 100 construction companies or top 100 civil consultants in the UK, I'm sure that they would be the sponsor there. They would have the license sponsor there. I'm sure that there's a huge list there. All the big companies, the world renowned companies are here in the UK. So just to simplify yourself, rather than going into the gov.uk website, search, Google it, the top 100 companies, construction companies in the UK, and you can start basically applying for those ones. You can go on their specific website or to the job career sort of section, and you can apply straight away there. The next question is about the pay. Pay well. Brother, pay well. Generally, in general term, I should say, the construction project managers, they will be dealing with the contractors, which actually they construct whatever, yeah, is a building project, is a railway project or highway project. They pay well compared to the designers. I don't know why, but this is the general rule. I'm just sharing there. So as long you are with the contractor, they will pay well. And you starting, it depends, yeah, again, on the company to company. There will be between the, I would say, the least 22,000 to up to 24,000 pound per year. So we generally say the salary in thousands per year. So that would be basically this sort of, yeah, starting range there, but it depends on the companies basically. The next question is from Patiala. Brother, how much time university take for issuing caselet? That it shouldn't take you more than a couple of weeks, I should say, because we're going to normality. So you should expect within the maximum, I should say, 2 to 3 weeks, but it shouldn't take them more than that. And if you don't get a response after 2 weeks, I would just email them. So just email them, give them a reminder, and that's it. I mean, simple as that. That's all you could do actually from your end. But I should say a couple of weeks should be good enough, yeah, to get a response. The next question is Moaz. Greetings, brother. Thank you, brother. Can we try to get a job in the UK construction with a 5 years experience in India government sector? What is the scope? Uh, okay, you mentioned government sector. It doesn't matter what sector you are in, because in the UK, just to give you a bit of a flavor, actually, it doesn't matter. There's no difference. I mean, obviously, Asian mind. I mean, if you're government sort of, yeah, servant, you feel a bit higher than the private. Here in the UK, I would say it's slightly opposite. If you go for the private companies, they pay slightly more than the government. So just be that, yeah, open minded as well when you come here. So in the UK, for the job finding, in terms of, yeah, going back to your question, with 5 years experience, can you get a job in the construction industry. Obviously, with 5 years experience, brother, if you have the competency, which I generally say for the 5 years experience, you should be good enough to control the subcontractors. So your communication skills, your health and safety, how you control the contracts with the subcontractor, if you have those sort of competency in the construction industry, this is how actually as a project manager, I mean, they would expect you for with a 5 years experience. So you will be dealing directly with the subcontractors, so you'll be in control of their work, their QC. Basically, you need to ensure they deliver what they're supposed to deliver. If you have those competency, I don't see a reason actually why you wouldn't be hired here. But one thing I do say actually, with a bit of experience, like 5 years or plus experience, I would say try to get the chartership. That would be obviously in the interim. I mean, if you are applying for the jobs, there's no harm try applying for the job. But in the interim, if you can just start processing about your chartership as well, I mean, that would definitely, I should say, that will enhance your chances, I mean, to hire in the UK. The next question is from Ryan Hashir. Is it a good idea to pursue masters in building information modeling with project management? What are the job prospects? Brother, it's really a good choice, I should say. Building the BIM is obviously currently, I should say, all the project literally they are BIM sort of standard here in the UK. Whatever you're going with the project, so that they're BIM, the least I should say, the level 2 BIM. You should comply with those ones. So the future is BIM for sure, in the construction industry. But with the construction project management, I'm a bit sort of doubtful, because the way it works, the market here, like BIM is completely separate than the construction project management. So I don't know that the two to get together. Obviously, if BIM is just to understand the whole process, I mean, in your course, obviously when it comes to finding the job, you will either go into the BIM or then the project management or the construction project management. That's how you're gonna go about actually about the job. So you won't do both at the same time. So it's your choice. I mean, if you're interested in BIM and the project management, that's the best choice for yourself. But when it comes to finding the job, at least you have two choices there. You can go even with the BIM, or you can go into the project management as well. But in terms of the job prospects, I'm sure, BIM is a huge demand here in the UK. Okay, and the next question again from Ryan. I have 4 years of experience in design and project coordination, so I'll be able to apply for the graduate program. Also, since I have experience, could I apply for other non-graduate jobs? Yes, brother. There's no restriction. You have definitely have to go for graduate jobs. It all depends on your competency. If you're confident about your skills, there's no restriction why you can't go actually for the higher sort of rank job. So with your experience, for his experience, I would say you can try engineer level jobs or senior engineer level job as well. But as said earlier, you need to check the description of the advertised job and see if whatever they require the employer, if you can fulfill those requirements, there's no restriction at all actually whether you definitely have to go the graduate. So that there's no such restriction here in the UK. It all depends on your competency and your confidence, how confident you are about your skills. The next question is from Atif. Does university location matters for recruitment drives? No, brother. It completely is no, it doesn't matter at all wherever you are. Generally, the UK itself, I mean, if you look at the area of the UK, I would say is even less than the one state of India, I should say. The whole UK, so that includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. If you combine those whole sort of 4 states, the area is less than the one state of India. So that's the size of actually the whole UK. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're studying, for instance, in London, and if you get a call actually from the recruitment in Manchester, you have to say yes. Actually, I can travel there in a couple of hours' time by the train. You will be there in Manchester. As simple as that. So location doesn't matter at all, actually. What if I study my MS civil engineering in remote places like Middlesbrough or Plymouth? Yeah, uh, whatever, wherever is your sort of, yeah, the best course content they can provide, brother, go for that one. So it doesn't matter. You can apply, like if you're in Middlesbrough, you can apply to the jobs throughout the UK, whether that's in London, in Southeast, in Scotland, in Northern Ireland, wherever. You can apply from anywhere. Simple as that. Basically, it's just internet. I mean, that's all simple method is. And when you get a call, you need to, obviously, currently we are still, yeah, going through the sort of, yeah, the Skype or, yeah, the team sort of meetings or, yeah, interviews, but I'm sure from September onwards there will be face-to-face interviews there as well. But you need to ensure you can make up, yeah, that sort of, yeah, transfer, yeah, wherever the interview is. But I'm sure from one end to the other, and the within the UK, 2 to 3 hours should be good enough to travel wherever you are. The next question is from Patiala. Oh, brother, you are on actually today. Seriously, bro, you are very helpful for the students like me. Thank you, brother. Love from Pakistan, Punjab, India, Patiala, Punjab, India. I definitely won't meet you when I'm there in September. And thank you, brother. I would be glad, yeah, to meet my subscribers. Definitely, yeah, you are on. So I'll remember you whenever you are here. Give me a call. Thank you. Next question is from Sheikh Elias. Thank you so much, sir. You like a hero. Wow. This means a lot, brothers. Yeah, thank you very much. Mo- Moaz, thank you, brother, for answering my question. Thank you, brother. Oh, so it's all done, I believe. So all questions done. Okay, Sheikh Elias, another one last question, sir, please. Which path is the best for civil engineer? As in India, in project management, get paid well here. What about there? How much can I earn there from starting as a graduate? So project managers, brother, obviously as a starter, I would say, I mean, if by starter, we generally call it a graduate sort of, yeah. So you got no experience. So starters would be, as said, 22,000 to 24,000. I mean, that would be the range you're going to get. It all depends on your sort of skills, competency, your performance. I mean, going forward, if you perform well, obviously the review generally within the company that goes, yeah, every year. So every year you will be reviewed about your sort of skills, about your progression within the job, and you will get increments. Generally, I should say 3 to 5%. I mean, that is general sort of term. You get, yeah, increment based on those, so 3 to 5% on your annual salary. But if you're performing really well, definitely the sky's the limit. So I would say I don't want to share my salary. I got 15 years experience, so yeah, you will be disappointed to hear that. Next question is from Srinath China. Hi, sir. Hello, Srinath. I hope you're doing well. I'm very well, thank you. I'm planning for MBA in HR field in the UK. What's your opinion on it? And can you please tell me about jobs? Brother, absolutely, it's not my sort of cup of tea, MBA. So I can't give you something which I don't know about, if I'm honest. But obviously, MBA relating to business or HR is a huge demand. I must say, obviously, HR is everywhere. In every company, you would have the HR. That's all I can say. But in terms of specific to your MBA, specific to HR, what were you going to study? I'm absolutely speechless. I'm not the best person in that case, unfortunately. So sorry, I can't give you the advice where I can't actually. I'm not feel competent myself personally. Obviously, I don't want to deceive anyone here. Right. The next final question is from again Patiala Ji. Is this good to talking about my relatives in the UK in the is this good to talking about my relative in the UK in the interview? I don't know what sense, brother, you're going to talk about relatives, because if the questions are about your course, your university, I'm sure this will be the case, brother. It will be about your personal sort of, yeah, your data and what you study back home, and then your course, what why you chosen this course, your university, and it will be about your finances. So I don't see why would you just discuss my relatives. I would say avoid actually any additional, if it's not a question actually about your relatives, or uh, you can say, I mean, where you're going to stay, if that is the question during study, where you're going to stay. If you're going to stay with your relatives here in the UK, obviously if that's basically in sort of, yeah, closest distance from your university, that's fine. I mean, it's no sort of, yeah, harm there if you mention that I got relatives. And you need to know their address as well if possible. Basically, this is where they are actually next to the university, and I'm going to manage basically my residence with my relatives. I mean, that is a valid question, but otherwise there's no point dragging basically outside sort of question from yourself. You're gonna just make it a mess of it rather than, yeah, improving yourself. So as long the question is relevant, that's fine. It's no harm in basically identifying your relatives here in the UK. Next question is from Ryan. Do I need to have proficient skills in softwares like Revit, AutoCAD before I do masters in building information modeling? Won't I be able to learn these softwares in the master's course? You don't need, brother, like, I mean, the sort of full competency, like, yeah, enhanced sort of level. You don't need that. Obviously, if you have them, it's always a positive. I always say that, but you need the basics. Obviously, if your intention is to go into the BIM, you should start searching for those sort of, yeah, like skills from now on. That's always I said. I mean, plan your future way ahead, and this is the right time. If you're thinking, you're planning to see yourself in the BIM sort of, yeah, market going forward, you should concentrate on those skills from now on. And by the time, like, you're going to complete your course, obviously in the course they will be taught, it will be taught in the course as well. And obviously, if you already started in the course, it will make your life a lot easier as well. So you know basically the basics there, and you would understand straight away there. So it's always good, I mean, to practice them, but it doesn't require a master level. Even for the graduates, I generally say the software skills should be the basic level. If you can get master level, that's a positive, always a positive, I mean, to get the master level competency, but it's not required. Want to be able to learn these softwares in the master? Yeah, definitely you will be taught about the softwares, but that will be limited actually. Obviously, within one sort of, yeah, if I say one semester, that would be 3 month semester. How much you can learn, I'm not sure, but obviously if you got the basics already, you can implement them quite easily actually, during the studies and after the studies in your practical jobs as well. Next question is from Moaz. Oh, can we get UK chartership from India or with outside UK experience? Yes, brother. There's no restriction about the chartership. You can get it from anywhere in the world as long you have the experience there. And by the actually to get a chartership, all you need to do is basically there are 7 attributes. And when you look at those attributes, especially for the experienced engineers, I'm just talking here. If you look at those attributes, which you can found in ice.gov.uk. That is the Institution of Civil Engineers. You can go on that website and you can search for the attributes at CN chartership. Attributes, there's 7 attributes. You can look at those attributes, and I'm pretty certain for the experienced people out there, when you look at those attributes, you can straight away set, you are the best judge of yourself. So you can say whether you have achieved those attributes, and if you believe you have the competency, you already achieved them, go for it. Actually, that is the best sort of, yeah, the thing you would do with yourself basically to get these chartership sorted. And I would say do visit the ICE website. I would encourage you. There's lots of, yeah, information available there, how to become basically a chartered, what requirements are there for the chartership. So, and in terms of, yeah, whether you can do it from India, definitely there's no restriction. You can do it from anywhere in the world, and with outside world experience as well. And I'm sure there will be some sort of, yeah, the regional offices in India as well. I'm sure there are. You can search that in the Google actually. Next question is from Hari Shankar. is BIM field good in the future, sir? Brother, I'll talk about the BIM from brother Hashir. He asked exactly the same question. So this video I will upload on the my YouTube channel after concluding this session. So please do watch here from the start, and you will find out exactly. But I'm sure, yeah, in general term, BIM is a good sort of in-demand course, and in the future is really good as well. But in details, you can revise them when I upload that shortly after concluding this session. Next question is from Utsav. Sir, if my salary is 22K annual, how much approximately I can get in hand salary after tax and other deduction? Right, brother. General term, the tax actually 20% is actually the tax, and I believe is 9% is the national insurance. Actually, and you get the initial allowance, which is a 12,500 pound. Actually, the first 12,500 pound, you get actually without tax or without national insurance. I believe that is, well, forgive me, I mean, there'll be slightly here and there, but I believe this is 12,500 is the limit. You can get tax free, and the rest after that one, you will pay the 20% tax and the national insurance. So I would say for 22K, the in hand you will get at least, I would say, 1,700 pound per month. I mean, that's, well, take home salary could be, it will be around that figure. Don't take that for, yeah, like a stone line there, but it's just, yeah, roughly I'm sharing that. So it will be around, yeah, 1,700, between 16 to 1,700 pound per month. Pound, not rupees. Okay. Next question is from Harishankar. What are the certification like safety and other required to get into the construction management field? Brother, it all depends what industry you're going to end up yourself into. So if I'm talking about from the railway industry, so personally, I'm the railway sort of, yeah, person. So we have we call it PTS, personal track safety. So we have those competency for the for the safety. Actually, before we go onto the track, we must have that PTS. Also, there are other, like, I mean, if we have overhead lines there, so we have the OLEC sort of, your competency. So it all depends where you're going to end up. If you're going into the sort of, yeah, building side, you would need the CSCS card for building construction side. It depends. All the industry works differently, actually, and they have their own sort of standards for the safety regulations. So I'm sure once you join a company, they will identify what competency you need to go through, and I'm sure the company helps you a lot. Basically, that they will go through the whole process what you need actually to get you on site actually safely. Next question is again from Harishankar. How long will it take to become a chartered engineer in the UK after our studies? Uh, it can take, I would say, minimum 3 years and maximum 50 years. So that is the range, I'm sure. Like minimum, I would say 3 years, because within 3 years after graduation, 3 years should be good enough if you're concentrating your targets. I mean, the attributes, what's required to become chartered engineer. If you target those attributes and get the relevant experience, obviously that should be your priority, and you can discuss those with your line manager all the time. I mean, this is what my deficiencies are, and that's where I need to get to, basically, to get the experience. And you set your goals basically from the very onset. 3 years should be good enough if you are really the top notch. And as a 50 years, if you completely neglect it, you won't, it can't be done, actually. So simple as that. So you need to have a plan, actually, how you're going to achieve those targets. And as I said, you can do that. You can set your targets from the very onset, from even when you start studying, actually, in the UK, like for master level, especially civil engineers, you will get the student membership to the ICE as well. So you can start looking into that prospects here from the very onset. Actually, when you start studying here, you get a free membership for the students. You can get used to that system from the very onset, obviously, if you're keen, and it will take a lot shorter, but long term, it can take 100 years as well. Next question is from Ryan. Hashir, I'm confused between MSc in transport planning and engineering, MSc in construction management, and MSc in building information modeling. Which field is the best? I have 4 years experience in coordination. Brother, that they're so different fields. So transport planning, construction management, and BIM, they are completely different fields. I'm confused as well. I don't know. I need to because you need to understand. I mean, your sort of future. Obviously, I can't dictate your future, what your future lies in. In terms of whether we have a scope for transport planning, construction management, and BIM, definitely we have scope for these sort of courses and in the future as well. But I can't dictate your future where you should end yourself, where you should land yourself into. For sure, I can't do that. But it's completely up yourself, basically. Coordination, you have 4 years experience in coordination, so I'm not sure whether that's coordination within the design field or that's a construction field. So if that is the construction field, so you should go for construction management. If that is the design field, you should either go for transport planning or BIM. That I can suggest basically from that perspective. But other than that, I can't dictate your future, unfortunately. Next question is from Harishankar. Is Nebosh valid for taking safety cars like CSCS? Yes, brother, Nebosh is acceptable if you can get if they can provide you the CSCS card. So I'm sure, yeah, that is acceptable. Next question is from Harishankar. Is CIB a good chartered? Absolutely. Brother, chartership, whatever you can get, obviously it needs to be relevant to what you are studying and what you see your future in. So as long you see your future in the chartered building surveyor, sort of say a quantity survey of actually quantity surveyor, that's RICS, yeah, Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyor, and the CIOB is to do with building. If you see yourself in that future, if you see yourself in the future that in that field, definitely go for that. Next question is, Utsav, how exactly someone become chartered engineer? Look at me. This is how you become chartered engineer. It's not. It doesn't come from heaven. So it's from this world. Actually, I'm a chartered engineer. This is how you become. Is there some kind of paper we have to give become chartered engineer? Right. Okay. Let me explain you briefly. Actually, the process. So I won't go into really detail because it's a long process. So if you are eligible to become a CEng, like I mean, there are different stages actually. You can become IEng, incorporated engineer, or Eng.Tech, engineering technician, or CEng, a chartered engineer. So if you are a master level degree course, if you're doing that master level, you will be eligible for the CEng sort of, yeah, range, which is the higher. Basically, IEng is the low, and then Eng.Tech is a grade below, and the top one is the fellow, actually above the chartered. So these are the different sort of ranges there. So for MSc, you will be eligible for CEng, and generally you when you join a company, you will become basically, brother, let's take this call, yeah, and then we're going to discuss this question. Interesting. Hello, brother, you're live with JK. Can I take your name and your question, please?
Hello, sir. Good evening. Myself, Rizwan Ali.
Hello, Rizwan. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. Sir, I'm looking for Tier 2 visa, sir, skilled worker visa. Right now, I'm a student. So, can someone sponsor me, sir?
Tier 2
How can I find?
visas, skill.
Yes, sir.
So did you finish your studies already?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What did you study actually, if you don't mind?
MBA, Master of Business Administration.
Brother, that's not my field, if I'm honest. But obviously, in terms of like finding the skilled worker visa, it's basically exactly the same. Doesn't matter what field you are in. So it will be a matter of finding actually. Get from the gov.uk website. You will have lots of companies. You need to just basically scale your relevant sort of MBA companies there. I'm not sure because it's not my competency, MBA, so I can't say exactly where you should go for the MBA, but I'm sure you can find out the companies there, and you should target specific companies, and that there will be on the sponsored, actually it's already approved sponsors. Are you still there, brother? No, I lost you. I lost you, brother. But yeah, so brother, in terms of finding the sponsored tier two, well, it's a tier two is no longer tier two. Actually, it's a skilled worker visa. Actually, so in terms of finding the skilled worker visa, is just a matter of finding a job, basically, brother. So as long you're competent about your sort of skills, you find whether you're MBA, you're engineer, basically it's exactly the same. I generally say target the big companies, or you can go onto the gov.uk website and you can get the list from there. Yeah, the sponsored employers there, and you can filter actually based on your sort of industry, and you can start targeting those companies. I mean, they are the only one they can provide you the skilled worker visa. But obviously, you need to go through the interview process, getting the job, which again and again, I do repeat that. Yeah, you need to have the skills, the competency to get a job, and then the next stage will be to get the skilled worker visa. Right. So we were discussing about the chartership, my favorite subject. So, brother, chartership, when you join a company as a graduate, so the big companies, they generally have the schemes actually as the graduate schemes, and you will become sort of, what is completely lost my mind now. So you will become basically on that chartership scheme, and you will have the designated engineer and the SCE, supervisor civil engineer. These will be your mentors, actually prepare you for the chartership. So all your sort of your skills and everything you need to discuss with your DE, which is designated engineer, would be senior from yourself, and he will dictate you what you need, what experience you need, how to tick off all the attributes for the ICE. So that will be the process, initial process. So first process will be, you need to go through that process. You need to have the competency to tick off all those attributes, and then you need to do a couple of reports. There will be experience report and your project report, and those reports will cover your experience actually. So 3 years, I said, basically in 3 years you should have enough experience to cover all those attributes practically. So that's where I say 3 years the minimum you should have. So when you target them, those attributes specific, you should have those attributes covered there, and in the project and experience report you can write those reports. They will go to the ICE, and once that they have accepted, the next stage will be to prepare for your exam. So the exam, actually it works there are two stages. So the first stage will be your presentation, which generally is 15 minutes presentation, and again that will be relevant to your experience, and that will be based on the, again, IC attributes. You need to show basically what you've done, how did you achieve those attributes. That will be 15 minutes presentation, and question answers. Actually, there will be two reviewers, and they will ask actually question answers. That's the first stage of the sort of exam. The second phase is about the essay writing. So again, essay writing, I believe, is 2 hours actually, and there will be a specific topic. Of there will be two questions. One will be specific to your field, actually your experience. I mean, if you're a construction project manager, that will be relevant to your construction project management essay writing. If you're a designer, that will be relevant to design, and the other will be a generic sort of question, and you need to attempt one question within that 2 hours. I believe it's 2 hours. I may be slightly wrong here, but in that 2 hours, you need to write the essay actually, and whatever you learn actually, and these are the two stages, and you submit that and just wait for the result, and you will get a pass or fail. That's where you get actually end of the day. So I hope, I mean, briefly that cover the how exactly someone become a chartered engineer. And you won't become anything different. You'll be the same as me actually, as normal. So you become a chartered engineer, so it's no different. But obviously the competency, I'm sure it gives you that confidence and that sort of about your peers. Actually, if you compare yourself with a known sort of chartered engineer, I'm sure you can see the difference. Yeah, how different that is actually, that competency, that sort of level you are on. And in terms of the salary as well, you get a good boost actually with the chartership as well. So that is the added bonus there as well. Right, the next question is from Sai MS. Sir, minimum salary for construction project manager engineer after MSc. Brother, generally the for fresher graduate engineers, I should say their ranges between £22,000 to £24,000. So this should be the range actually for fresher if you got no experience. Whether you're a project manager, you're a civil engineer, you're structure engineer, so all the engineering is between these ranges. Next question is from Neville James. Sir, I am confused between CPM and PM. Please help. Right. Construction project management and project management. Okay, construction, as the name suggests, is to do directly with the construction basically. So you will be in charge of the site activities, basically what's going on site. You will be dealing with the subcontractor. They're going to build the site base. For instance, if you're building basically is a building project, and you would have different sort of subcontractors. There will be civil contractor, there will be MEP contractor, there will be electrical contractors, different sort of contractors. They have their own responsibility. You as a construction project manager will be overseeing all those subcontractors under yourself, and that is relevant to construction project. I mean, you are really specific to construction project, and that will be based on specific construction project only. So once you have finished that construction project, and you will move to another project, actually that's how it works. The project management, otherwise, I mean, it works a lot more. Actually, it's involved more with the contract sort of side, the initial sort of initialization of the bidding sort of stage as well. So they involve really from the very scratch. The construction project management doesn't involve until you get on site, basically, in general term, I should say. But the project managers, they involve from the very scratch. When you received basically the client brief for any bidding, the project manager involves from that stage, and they do the bidding, and they get all the resources what they need, and they get involved with subcontractors, basically what the aspiration with what subcontractors they're going to need. Obviously they're in charge of the costing as well, the resource, and it's a lot more higher, I should say. The project managers, construction project manager is completely sort of, yeah, when it comes to the ground, a reality basically what you're going to build. So that's where you're going to end up yourself into. So I hope briefly I've clarified the question. But do press the like button so I understand, yeah, you get the answer there. The next question is from Sai MS. I'm planning for September intake. University planning for the online, offline or online? I'm planning for September intake. Universities are planning for offline or online. I don't know, brother. But actually, if your question is whether the university will be online or offline, from September, I believe the most of the university already started face-to-face sort of sessions. So September definitely would be face-to-face. So there won't be any offline. Next question is from Naveen Kumar. Is it better to apply for masters with IELTS or without IELTS? Brother, it doesn't make a difference. The IELTS make a difference in your visa. I'm sure if you fulfill the requirements of the visa, obviously when you apply for the university, they will have they will have conversation with yourself anyway that you have enough skills, actually the English language skills there, so you can fulfill the course requirements. So it would be dictated by the university as well whether you need IELTS or you don't. So it's not your choice, I should say. It's either the university choice, and it depends on the course as well. Like, I mean, if you're going for something like the management sort of side, so you need a high skills there of the English language. If you're going for technical sort of course, you don't need that sort of, yeah, high level sort of IELTS. So it all depends on the university whether they require it or not. Naveen Kumar, hi, I'm Naveen from India. I completed my MTech in structural engineering, but now I'm planning to try for master construction project manager. Is it okay? Please suggest. Brother, I'll take that question. Let's take this call first. They get the priority. Hello, brother. You are live with JK. Can I take your name and your question, please?
Yeah, hi JK. My name is Ryan, and I was commenting on your live feed regarding BIM and project management, transport planning.
So you are Mr. Hashir, yeah? Hashir.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan, actually,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
First of
bro.
all, I'd like to say that I love your feed on YouTube. It's amazing and it's very helpful for aspiring civil engineers in the UK.
Thank
And
you very much, brother. As long you are
yeah,
getting the message, that's all it matters to me. Yeah.
yeah, that's great to hear. Actually, more people should come up front and support people like us. Anyway, yeah, actually, the reason why I called you is because I wanted to understand about more. I wanted to understand in depth about the kind of roles that one can get into post completion of building information modeling and MSc in building information modeling.
Right. Okay. Uh, is there any more question, brother?
Yeah, I have a few more questions. So you
Mm-hmm.
want me to ask all of them at once, or can I
Yes.
go one by one
Yes, please.
for
Yeah,
like the
you can. You
conversation?
can. You can. You can ask the question, and then I can. Yeah, basically respond on the YouTube, if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. All
Yeah.
right. So, I've got 4 years of experience. Like,
Mm.
by the time I'm reaching UK, I will be having 4 years of experience. So, I'm planning to do it in building information. Like, if in case I'm planning to do an MSc in building information modeling, I'd like to understand what are the kind of roles that I can get into.
Right.
So I'm sure there are different roles like BIM engineer, BIM technician, BIM coordinator,
Yeah.
and yeah, and also like 4D, 5D, like engineers who operate on 4D and 5D, and facility management. So these are all different roles that are there, and I don't know if it's the same in UK or not. So this is one thing.
Okay.
And the second thing is currently my experience is in design and project coordination, but those are as per Indian aspects, like the as per Indian building construction standards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not aware of the standards that are available in the UK, and definitely not available about not. I don't have a clear understanding on the standards, such like BIM standards and protocols that are there, like how to prepare a building BIM execution plan and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
how to prepare the EIR. And I don't know these kind of things. I just know what are the terminologies. And another thing is, I do have some skills in Revit and AutoCAD, but I'm not very proficient on these software. It's
Mm.
just very basic level skills, which, like, what to say? Like, I will be able to do the structure, but if you give me a complicated structure, then probably I would struggle. Like, for example, if I have to do a bridge or a metro project, I'm sure I would struggle to create those kind of building information models.
So, in terms of
So
brother, with the BIM, obviously you got experience. So, what softwares have you used actually for the BIM?
I've used predominantly AutoCAD and Revit, mainly Revit. But this was during the very initial stages of my career.
Right.
What
Okay.
happened was when I was working in my company, they realized that I was very good with moving information around and maintaining information. So they put me into design coordination role.
Right.
I was
Okay.
working for I was working for a precast company
Mm-hmm.
over here in India, Katera.
Right.
So yeah, so I don't have much experience in them in terms of modeling,
Right.
and also in terms of the standards that the UK government has set.
Right. Okay.
So that is my concern. And
Oh.
another concern which I have mainly, this is one of my greatest fears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, like many years ago, like few years ago, AutoCAD was like the stable platform in stable platform for the civil engineering industry. It was
Yeah.
all in AutoCAD, but right now we are using 3D software such as EcoSim and Revit and Tekla, but these weren't there available before. So AutoCAD is kind of getting obsolete right now.
Yeah.
So what are the chances that these platforms, these 3D platforms, will become obsolete too? What are the chances that building information modeling, the process as a whole, the build process, will become obsolete and something new comes up? So will my masters go to waste?
Right.
So
Okay.
I'm
Now,
concerned
very
about
good
that
question.
also.
Very good question, brother. That last question is brilliant. Actually, I'll answer that question. Yeah. Is there any more question, brother?
No, I've asked all of them.
Okay, great, brother. Thank you very much for your call. I will try to answer that. There were lots of questions there. I'll try to answer to the best of what I know personally. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for your call.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Thank you. Right, brother. Thank you very much for your call. Right, the BIM. Brother, the BIM, we got like a coordination. Obviously, generally the setup that works here in the UK. So we would have technicians. So there'll be one, two, three sort of technique depending on the size of the project. So there'll be certain number of technician. The BIM actually that takes the lead. Actually, he's a leader. So he will coordinate basically all the technician. They will be working under the BIM sort of manager or is a BIM coordinator, whatever you call it. It depends on your experience. Obviously, with experience you're going to move up. Basically, you can have you can join as a BIM technician or you can move up to the BIM coordinator, BIM manager sort of role. So these are the different roles. It's not different than what you would find basically anywhere else in the world, I should say. But in terms of the role, so you will be responsible as a BIM manager or BIM coordinator. All the technicians will work under yourself. They would have their own models, and as a BIM manager you would have the BIM software, whether that's a Revit or Tekla or any other softwares. It's exactly the same softwares actually. For your understand, yeah, for your information, we use the EcoSim, we use the Revit, we use the Tekla. So that's exactly used here as well. If you go already experienced, that's really positive. But you will be responsible to get all the models from the technician, and you will make that BIM basically yourself. Basically, that will be your baby to make that BIM model work, and that will be your role here. In terms of the structure, it's exactly the same. You will work as a coordinator, or you will work as a BIM manager. But in terms of the structure, that's how it's going to work. So you'll be in charge of different sort of technician, and they will coordinate their models to yourself as a BIM manager. The other question was about the standards. So standards are basically, it's you would find actually the generic sort of standards, but actually the way it works here, it depends on the project. So when the project actually the client asks for the BIM, so they ask for different level of BIMs, this the standard you need to meet. So whether level 2, level 3, level 4, so it depends from the client, and they will dictate in the contract what level of BIM requirements are there. And that's where actually it all depends how much cost is available and allowable for the BIM sort of management. Because generally, I should say, we don't prefer BIM because it takes a lot more sort of input, and it's a lot more coordination. Obviously, in long term, it's a really good thing actually, and it helps ultimately the client actually. But it all depends on the cost as well, how much cost is available for the BIM. So that's how it works. In terms of like, I mean, BEP, the execution plan, again, it all depends, I said, on the projects to project. So what sort of that's Azan. You can say hello. Yeah. So it's a live, brother. So this can happen, yeah, in the live sessions. Right. So in terms of BIM execution plan, and it all depends on the project actually, what the requirements are, and you need to basically make that execution plan, how the whole system is going to work. There is no sort of a standard format, I should say. Unfortunately, it still depends on the client requirements here as well. So it depends on the contract, on the client, etc. What they exactly want from the BIM. Whether they only want for the construction or long term for maintenance as well. So this all comes from the contract sort of stage, and depends on the client. The next question was from from yourself, but is AutoCAD? Yes, brother. In terms of the AutoCAD, that is superseded. Yeah, it's obsolete already actually in the UK, and we don't generally use AutoCAD now. It's the actually MicroStation they have overtaken the AutoCAD, and the other actually the 3D mostly is done in Revit and Tekla and the other sort of software ecosystem. So that they are generally used. And in the long term, you said that whether that there will be another sort of another sort of software or another sort of stream that are going to come in and take over. Basically, maybe AI, actually intelligence, artificial intelligence, that will come and will overtake, actually make this whole thing obsolete. So this is a really a good question actually from yourself, Hashir. And I would say when you start working here in the UK, we call it CPD, continuously continuous professional development. And there's a huge push actually, not just from the employer, but from the ICE as well. Even if you go for the chartership, or you're affiliated with the ICE, they're pushing for the CPD. And the main purpose of CPD is you keep yourself updated with the new technologies. So obviously, with the time, if you keep updating yourself all the time, it doesn't necessarily, like, I mean, if you know these softwares already, it doesn't mean you, for rest of your life, you won't learn anything else. Actually, obviously, you need to update all the time yourself, and that's exactly what happened here in the UK as well. In the market, when the new sort of softwares comes in, and actually you will face them, and you will learn them with the time. It all depends how much interest you are, but you need to keep your CPD. And that's exactly why I say this is really a good question. This is ongoing learning, and you don't stop learning. That's the best thing actually in the UK. You don't stop learning. Even personally, 15 16 years in the industry, all the time I do actually read books, because I'm not up to date, and I need to keep, yeah, what's going on actually in the construction industry, from the design perspective. What are the new softwares, what are the new technologies, what are the new sort of machinery that comes for the construction. So all the time I need to update myself as well. 15 16 years experience, it doesn't mean like I'm an expert in any, I'm expert of nothing, and I have to keep updating myself all the time. So that is a really positive actually question from yourself, and I'm sure when you come here, you will realize actually the beauty of this CPD here in the UK. You need to keep updating yourself to the new technology, and I'm sure whatever you're learning, it doesn't go to waste, nothing at all. Actually, it does help ultimately in long term. So if you learn the BIM Revit going forward, like, I mean, AI or whatever the intelligence that comes in, like a robots, we will be there. We'll be dealing with those as well in the long term. So don't worry, brother. We are not far off from, yeah, dealing with those robots anyway. So I hope this helps, brother. So next question, let's go back to the live chat. Where did I left actually? So was it Naveen Kumar? Hi, I'm Naveen from India. I completed MTech structure engineering, but how I'm planning to try for master in construction, is it okay? Please suggest me, brother. This similar question here comes on the same sort of subject. This is better, that is better. So it all, I generally say, all depends on your interest. I can't dictate your future for sure. I don't know what your interests are. So I generally say, if that is your interest, structure engineering, go for structure. Otherwise, I mean, if you construction project management sort of side, your interest is that, so go for that. So I can't dictate. Both are good actually from engineering perspective, from job perspective, I should say. But go for the one that they are of your interest in the long term. Next question is from Harishankar. Which city is good for civil engineering in the UK? Brother, I covered that question literally. The whole UK is just a size of one state of India, even smaller than that. So you can travel from one end to the other within 2 to 3 hours. So which cities is better? You can even work in the London and stay in the Birmingham. So I don't know. Should I say Birmingham is better than London? It all depends. Yeah. Where you want to stay. You can stay in one city and work in the other city is accessible. So obviously from job perspective, generally I say London is the best, but that's more expensive. It all depends on your taste as well, whether you like the hustle bustle of the urban sort of city, yeah, which is the world sort of, yeah, busiest city in the world. So it all depends. Otherwise, yeah, the job are scattered throughout the UK, so there's no specific sort of, yeah, cities that they're better than the others, I should say. Next question is from Neville James. Sir, I'm confused between. Oh, so did I took a step back? Should I already responded to these questions? Can a PM guy work in a civil firm industry? From James. PM guy, project management guy, work in the civilian firm. Yes, brother, why not? Yeah, they can work. We have project managers, so it all depends on what experience you got. Obviously, if your project manager is in completely different sort of industry, not relevant to civil engineering, so obviously you will struggle. But otherwise, if you are relevant to construction or yeah, to the industry, why not? Yeah, that there's no harm. Harishankar, what are the main software skills required for construction management and CPM fields? Brother, I did upload a couple of days ago on softwares for civil engineers on my YouTube channel. Please watch that video. And all the guys are here. Please do watch my videos. I do cover most of these questions in my videos as well. I'm sure, yeah, that's going to cover, yeah, in more details. Mercy Dasari, hello brother, hello Mercy. I couldn't reach the number. Sorry. Yeah, I was on the call. If that was the case, so I'm sorry if you didn't, yeah, get me. So there was other calls, yeah, in between. Next question is from Ganesh. Sir, sorry, I was busy. Not attend the last session, sir. Is there any possibility of getting admission for master's degree? Already did MBA finance or PhD after gap of more than 12 years. Uh, Master degree, brother, it all depends. Obviously, you did the MBA, and if you have the experience, basically relevant experience and you want to go in masters, for instance, if you've done MBA, and I don't know your experience, so whether you have the experience in construction industry, obviously I don't understand whether you go where your experience is. If your experience is relevant into the field, you can always go back to the student life, actually to the university life, and you have the argument that you want to increase your theoretical sort of, yeah, competency there, and you can get the admission as long you cover the gap for somehow. Obviously it won't be good, I mean, if you turned up and you say, yeah, I've done nothing for 12 years and I'm going back to masters, doing masters again. That won't be good, actually, impression with the universities, and I'm sure, yeah, that they won't be good for getting the visa. So the question is from James again. Will a gap of 2 years affect admission to the UK? There will be question, brother. What did you do in 2 years? So as long you cover that gap, for instance, I mean, if you've done a sort of, yeah, experience, relevant experience, or you were doing some certification, you can cover those sort of experience. Yeah, those sort of gaps. I'm sure in that case it won't be a problem at all, as long you have a genuine reason there why you have 2 years gap. So I don't see a problem with that, going back to university. Ganesh again, if I go PSW on my student visa after PSW, if my spouse want to study after PSW period, can we get again PSW based on her student visa? Brother, that is really complicated, sort of, yeah, scenario. You're asking me, you put me really on the hard line here. But general rules, as far I'm aware, it says that PSW is once in a lifetime. So obviously, if you already avail the opportunity of PSW, if you already go 2 years PSW, you won't be eligible actually to get it again. Doesn't matter where you turn the fingers around and you go back to the PSW. But why would you just turn around, go for the jobs, man? I mean, you go for the skilled worker visa rather than turning around in the PSW. You want to say anything?
No.
No. Okay. Uh, Next question is from uh, James again. Sir, between CPM and PM, which is more employable? Brother, both, I should say, and I keep repeating the same sort of, yeah, sentences, that it all depends where you see yourself into. Obviously, with the PM, you have a lot more responsibilities, and with the CPM, you're only relevant to construction projects, basically. That is the difference. So wherever you see yourself into, basically, you are interested in the specific sort of construction. Obviously, CPM is better, and in terms of opportunity, I'm sure that they're both, they are equally spread, actually, in terms of the opportunity. So by looks of it, I've covered all the question, and thank you very much, guys, for your calls and for your question. It's a pleasure actually talking to you guys, and it's been more than an hour. Actually, it was quite a busy session. This, but guys, if you don't know already, I've started actually one-to-one session on my sort of, yeah, the paid subscription on my YouTube channel as well. If you need help with on a personal level, obviously this session is going to carry on every week, and on Sundays we're going to carry on with this session. But that was more for the personal level sort of help. But let's take this call. Hello, brother. You're live with JK. Can I take your name and your questions, please?
Hello, brother. It's Mercy here.
Mercy, how are you, Mercy? I think you mentioned, yeah, you missed. I didn't get your call earlier.
Yeah, I was just trying for so long, so but I couldn't get.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know why.
actually there were calls actually earlier, so maybe, yeah, that was the reason. But how can I help you,
Thank you
Mercy?
so much for your all the live charts and the live sessions. I don't want to waste your time because very much students are waiting for your
Yeah.
questions.
Yes,
So
please.
let me just jump into my question.
Yes.
Recently, in the month of May, I just graduated from like in the UK from civil engineering.
Mm-hmm.
My question is just a sort of general. Like now, I'm working in a full-time position, but not in a technical side,
Right.
another side.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on a student visa.
Right.
But like I'm like there are more deductions from my salary, so still I'm on a student visa and I'm like eligible to work 40 hours. So is there any way that I can just call to people and do, or is it the way that I need to pay? I have really great confusion.
Are you talking about the tax?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're taxed more than you think you should. Is that correct?
Yeah, but my first question is like I'm on a student visa and I'm eligible to work 40 hours
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
completed my course.
Yeah.
So still do I need to pay the tax?
Absolutely, yeah. If you're working full time, it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter you're a student or not. You have to pay the tax. I mean, tax is nothing to do with your visa. So tax is to play with your work. Actually, the more you work, the more you pay the tax. I mean, simple as that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was just thinking like until I'm on a student visa, I won't.
No. That isn't the case. So whatever, actually, if even if you're a student, doesn't matter. The actually the tax system has nothing to do with your status, actually, because the HMRC has nothing to do with the visa. Visa is completely different department. So the HMRC doesn't look at your visa at all. Actually, what status you're on, they only look at how many hours you work, and this is the tax you need to pay. Simple as that, basically. So that has nothing to do with the visa.
Okay, that's cool. Then I have one more question regarding the graduate visa. Like they said we need to open UKVI something and we need to get our ID. So
Yes.
can you just explain about that app?
I think, to be honest, personally, I haven't looked at the app, but it say it's available on the iOS and the actually the
Okay, actually, I have gone through the latest updated video of yours, like the graduated. But
yes.
in that as well, I didn't found nothing about the app. So I would like to ask. So the moment you can get, like, you can share it with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I will find the app, and in the same video, yeah, I uploaded yesterday, I can share the link there. So I'll share the link actually there for the app, and you can download it. In terms of, you need to make your actually the account there, and all your application will go through, your ID checks will go through that app, actually. So simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Let me just jump into my third question. Like, I just got my result in the website, but not at the certificate. Like, they're gonna send the certificate. I don't know how many days it takes. So, can I drop my application, or should I wait until I got the application? Because it's saying, should we enter any number in the certificate?
When you say you got your result, so
yeah, like 2 days back I got my result.
Right. Okay.
And I didn't get any certificate, but I just updated my address to send it to my term time address.
So are you planning to apply for PSW? Is that the intention?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any more question? I can explain that in detail. Actually, that question there, so the others can listen as well. So is there more question, Mercy? So I can.
One last question, like if I would like to book any session, like the mentoring session with you, so how it can be?
Actually, I was talking about before your call. I have started the actually the membership on my YouTube, so you can click on the join there, and I will get a notification. So there are number of people already joined actually, and I need to keep the people very low because I don't have much time, so I want to give the maximum time to the paid members. So if you can join them there, and we can set up basically whenever your availability, my availability is, so we can arrange a one-to-one there.
Oh, okay, that's cool, brother. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll answer the PSW question. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be on the line. Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Mercy, for your call. Your question was you got the results already, which is basically 2 days ago. So I'm sure this is after the 1st of July. So you're eligible to apply for the PSW. Uh, that is good enough to apply for the PSW. Now, I would suggest get in touch with the university and get a confirmation that the university needs to inform the home office that you have completed your course. This is really crucial otherwise, I mean, it will delay your application. So make sure you confirm with the university, because they have to inform the home office that this person, such and such person, has completed their course, and then you can apply. Basically, you don't need to report to the home office yourself that you have completed or no. It's the university responsibility to inform the home office. So I would say, in first instance, get that confirmation from the university. As long when you get that confirmation, you can start your application on that app actually, which I said. The app is actually for the ID confirmation. You will be asked about the case letter and maybe your sort of, yeah, your name, date of birth, that sort of record. Once that's confirmed, I believe on the gov.uk website as well, you can start application through there. In terms of the requirements, I didn't see any sort of, yeah, requirements there as such. It was just the case number. That's all you need. You need to remember your case number. If you don't remember it now, you can contact university for that as well. I mean, actually, the course you completed, so the case number for that one, that you will need. And I believe that is, and the course completion, which I said, the university needs to inform the home office. So that is the only requirement, and pay the fee. And within 8 weeks, actually, that's the time frame, you will get a result. So in the first instance, I would say, confirm your sort of course completion with the university. Just ask the question with the university, have they informed the home office already, so you can apply for the PSW. So simple as that. Once they have confirmed it, you can start your application online, and you pay the fee and just wait. And good luck with that. And with that, thank you very much, everyone. Just wanted to add, yeah, the last thing about the paid subscription. So I said earlier as well, I need to keep the actually one-to-one session to a minimum, because I want to give maximum time who needs the most actually. So that will be one-to-one session, whether your career counseling or your CV or job finding, or on your personal level. Actually, I can help with those as well. So there will be one-to-one meeting we can arrange there. And the way you can join is on my YouTube channel. So next to the I think when you go to any of my video, next to the subscribe button, there will be a join link there, so you can click the join, and I will get a notification actually when you join the group there. So I'll get notification. Also, you will have the green sticker actually next to your name as well whenever you actually join the group. And whenever you comment on my video, I'll get that notification as well. I need to ensure you're a paid subscriber and you need a quick response there, so that will be the advantage there. And with that note, thank you very much again, and I really enjoyed my day today. It was a busy day. I hope you did so as well. And thank you very much, guys. And if you missed the few last sort of, yeah, the earlier sort of, yeah, question answer session, this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Make sure you rewind them and watch them again, and I'm sure you're going to get the answers there. And with that note, I'll see you in the next sort of, yeah, next Sunday session. Thank you very much and have a good day.